Communicating effectively is an essential part of business. It is defined by clarity, length, and consistency. The three simple rules that should apply wherever possible: keep it clear, keep it concise, keep it consistent. Let's look at the three most common communication mediums and how to best use the three C's. Clarity. Clarity of communication indicates that anyone who reads what you have written or listens to while you speak should be able to understand it. Unclear communication is usually the result of communicator making poor assumptions about what the other person knows about the subject, having no real point, or not providing a logical flow to the message. Consider the following to ensure clarity in communication. Focus on audience. What are the key messages you want your audience to hear and understand? When communicating a message, you need to understand the recipient's need from the communication. Spend time thinking about your audience and the knowledge they may or may not have about the content you'll be sharing. If you don't know the other person well, ask a few questions to gain that understanding. When in doubt, be prepared to provide context and a quick recap to bridge any knowledge gaps. Avoid jargons and other language that could confuse your audience or distract them from your central idea. Technical language or high level of details may seem important to you, but they can be a barrier to your audience engagement. While speaking, don't mumble. Enunciate clearly and speak loud enough to be heard. Don't speak too quickly. Use simple language and speak naturally without excessive pauses. Pause at the right place to take cues from audience while speaking, or use appropriate punctuation in written form of communication to keep your message readable and understandable. Stay on topic. Conciseness. Aim for short, direct sentences. Saying less forces you to focus, and the more focused you are, the higher your chances of getting your message across. Be sure to define exactly what you want people to understand and what, if anything, you're asking them to do. Keep it short. Remember the sinking feeling you get when you see a long email, or lack of focus you feel when someone talks at length without a pause. Most business people complain of being short of time. Communicating concisely will mean that you make the best use of your audience's attention span, deliver your message in full, and save your colleagues time. Making your communication too long will simply result in the audience disengaging with what you are saying and increasing the likelihood of miscommunication. Avoid using complex sentences. It is important to clearly communicate the most important message in the simplest form. Don't forget to breathe. Consistent communication reduces confusion. It gets everyone on the same page. When you communicate, you need to use it as an opportunity to reinforce or build on a message that you have already delivered. This will make it easier for your audience to remember what you have said and are going to say. Don't be afraid to repeat your key messages. It's hard for people to miss a point when they've seen or heard it multiple times, but don't overdo it. Consistency is also about delivering your message consistently across multiple channels. If you talk to someone in person, your follow up email shouldn't contradict what you just said or says that you've changed your mind. If for some reason your original message has changed, you need to clearly state why it has changed and justify it with logical reasoning. Nothing is more disconcerting to audience than hearing one story from one communication channel and then reading a different version of the story someplace else. They don't know which version to believe. Re-establish who you are with every interaction. Reinforce your story as often as possible. Lastly, effective communication is powerful. The fast paced business environment can cause us to communicate something poorly, or worse, fail to communicate anything. Ensure that your communication is clear, concise, and consistent will help make your communication valuable to the recipient. This will result in a more productive work environment. Thank you.